A beautiful morning, and I'm out on my walk. It's December 2nd. It's a Tuesday, and I've completed my ceremonial walk to the flag, where I discussed in my Walking with Destiny video series the importance of, once again, the idea of the well, the story of the well, that I've been kind of leaning on, obviously the woman at the well, the story from the Bible, and also trying to correlate it or find the symbolism to America and the American well. And the American spirit is the well, and the American spirit is filled with, or composed of, people that truly believe in the American dream, our destiny or calling to be exceptional. And to be exceptional means to be living outside the law, to be living outside theocracy and theology, and to truly be living in the grace of God, where that is where we discover the structure, the true structure of our reality that will bring prosperity for all and help us fulfill the calling that this nation's been adopted into. We have become, over the past 60 years, this post-World War II order, we've very much become, once again, that theocracy, that law-driven society, right and wrong, morality, what is morality, what isn't, instead of the grace-filled, exceptionally great-driven society that the founders penned into the Declaration and the Constitution, and also what the Pilgrims fled. The Pilgrims may not have believed in exceptionalism, they may not even really cared for the idea or the word, but they did desire something that was strong enough to separate them from the church, from law, from theocracy, from, I guess you could say, the uncleanness of religion. That religion oftentimes, unfortunately, manifests out into society through very strict or legal concept of what morality is and what it is not. But in America, once you hit the shores, we become a nation with a destiny, and you've become adopted into a nation with a destiny, and you have to find your calling. You have to, in a way, nurture that cornerstone, something to stand on, so that then you can begin to stand and become washed and become enlightened, and your eyes begin to see the structure that you've been called to protect. And that structure is the well that first led you to build that cornerstone, that then led you to being washed, led you to becoming enlightened, and then strong enough to stand on your own and come to see the true structure that the American experiment is, that our exceptionalism is striving for. And as we do that, we put on the fullness of America, our origin story, and all that we're made of and composed of, and we walk forward with it, not getting rid of any of it. We have the good and we have the bad, and we walk forward with it in courage, in the fullness of America, so that our destiny becomes brighter as we take up this very noble march of fulfilling destiny. And it is not a individual concept. This is very much an idea, and I want to say participatory idea, because as more people are lifted up and raptured out of the law, out of legalism, out of theocracy, and begin to separate themselves from the church and become clean, the more prosperous they become, the more prosperous society becomes, because we now no longer are bound to the governing structure that just wants the economy to keep spinning, that just wants us to keep debating all these useless foreign notions of social theories social theories and economic theories, theories on government that never went into the original founding of our nation. And they want that to keep the economy going, to keep us busy, to keep us from the grace, to keep us from accurately steering the bark of liberty upstream, where we become washed as we near the well. It wants to keep us from participating in the true and genuine origin of our freedoms, so that the flame of liberty doesn't grow any brighter. It doesn't want us, this structure, this legalism, to know life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. It just wants us to keep us triggered to dopamine, into buying and selling and credit, keeping the economy going. And in one sense, keeping the economy going and the corporate world is a very beautiful place, with the jobs and opportunities that are provided and the various forms of benefits. Absolutely wonderful. And this is not an attack on the corporate world or the business by any means. It is an attack on those who want to put a bushel over our society, that keep pushing the corporate world into a corner, having to provide more and more and more to more and more people. And that is what the law does, that is what theocracy does, and that is what those who do not truly believe in exceptionalism, American exceptionalism, the American dream, will do. They just want this materialistic tower of hedonism, so that their pensions always stay funded, the economy is always going, and everyone's always staying busy, just scurrying around in vanity, never bringing true potential or beauty to society. And our society no longer becomes a society. We are no longer a people. We are no longer truly the American nation with an exceptional destiny waiting for us, when we allow ourselves to have a bushel put over our potential, the flame of liberty, when we allow the bark of liberty to be pushed off course. The dust of foreign notions must be conquered at this time. And we must then remove this layering of dust and see the true cornerstone of our society, of the American spirit, of the American people. That is what we must do. That is what we've been called to do. And is our only way out at this point. There is no economic theory, no social theory. There is no government stimulus. There is no union, even though they probably think they could deliver the nation into some sort of utopian prosperity, which unions can't do and won't do. The only way out is to clean up the dust, find our cornerstone, and truly bring back the idea of American exceptionalism and fulfill it. Fulfill it with might, fulfill it with courage and loyalty. Not through social theories or economic theories. That is my, I guess that's going to be my speech for today. I'm going to finish my walk in this wintry landscape, testing out my winter gear, and it's holding up pretty well. And that is what we need to do. We need to now remove this layering that's before us, this barrier of dust of foreign oceans. Remove it and step through the chaos, step through this matrix that's going to appear before us. Attempt to scare us, attempt to manifest fear, agitate us, and it will manifest fear, and we may get scared, but it's not real, and it's not our fear. It's fear of these dust. The foreign oceans is fear, and it may fall on us, and it may encapsulate us, but it cannot get us or draw us away to exist in its fear. because the American dream, destiny, exceptionalism does not mix with fear. It cannot. So therefore, let's walk in courage, loyalty, true American dream, compromise, unity, all that truly made this nation great and set this nation up for a great destiny that still needs to be fulfilled.